Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Hi, I'm Sarani, Jules and James, my colleagues. We will be presenting an idea to attract businesses, or rather green businesses, in specific to LA. We know that in order to do so, we not only need to provide space for them, but as well as promote LA as a center of sustainable living. We asked ourselves a few questions. Why would businesses want to come to LA? And more importantly, why would the individual who makes that decision want to come here? Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Cradle. Cradle is a community of people living together who share green thinking, not only in the things that they use, but the way they live and interact with the rest of the world. Cradle acts as a test bed for the clean tech companies to validate their ideas and products. It showcases for the rest of the world the latest green technologies and systems being used daily by the families who stay here. It upgrades these systems as and when they're produced.
It's placed in the heart of downtown LA. It's unlike any skyscrapers that you've seen, nor any industrial residences. The key point is that it's intriguing, it's iconic, and it's fun. The design is made so that it's modular, so it's designed so that you can actually grow. Like most design buildings, they're unique there, and you can't really expand from there. So the fact that it's cubicle-like, you can actually expand from there.
At the Cradle, there will be something we call ecological etiquette. Because the reputation and the image of this place depends on some of the activities of the people there, people will constantly be aware of their ecological efficiency and footprint. For this to be managed on an individual level, we have data systems which collect data on your activities and tell you what your ecological footprint is and where it comes from. You'll be faced with decisions that you'll have to make as a resident here. For example, your energy portfolio, namely where you get your energy from, might include energy from local renewable resources coming from wind or solar power, or might come directly off the grid. So you're faced with a decision, a balance, a trade-off between price and ecological efficiency. The same goes for trash. There'll be data systems which monitor everything, so you know exactly what produces what kind of trash at the Cradle. This allows the resident to make a smart choice at the point of purchase before the trash is actually produced.
Cradle even recycles its water multiple times, and people can choose what kind of water they use for what purpose. There is drinking water which is recycled, which is appropriate to be used for clean purposes in bathrooms and toilets, and then it's again recycled, which is again fit to be used for irrigation purposes. Example: if you choose your drinking water to be used for cleaning, you pay more and you increase your carbon footprint.
So today, when you're going down on the highway in LA, you see a lot of four-seater cars, only occupied with one passenger. So the Cradle offers a fleet of cars, ranging from one passenger electric cars to hybrid shuttle buses. Now the point of this is if you're working nearby and you're only going on your own, then you can rent out one of these individual electric cars. If you're going a little further, you can take an individual hybrid car. But if you're a team of staff going to a company or a school, then you take out a shuttle bus.
So what we're trying to create here is an aspirational lifestyle which people want to live. These are some ideas which represent this. For example, there will be green terraces, which you can see in this model, and there will be space allocated to every resident living here at the Cradle. You'll be able to plant whatever you want for recreational use or for consumption. And the idea is that people learn how to harvest things from the earth over a longer period of time. This is something that most urbanites have no access to. At the same time, we can say the Cradle is a source for very localized, low-volume forms of produce, which you don't get from mass production. Restaurants and businesses nearby may actually see this as a source for, let's say, fresh herbs or fresh produce at the restaurants. This is a meal planning system that we've included. The person will be able to plan their meals in advance and prepare them by themselves. So here's a example of how that might look like. The meals are planned for the day. There's a preparation guide, how long it'll take, and what you have to do. The ingredients and ingredients necessary for this meal will be delivered directly to the Cradle and in the right quantities, so that saves you time and hassle from having to worry about where you get them from and how much is left in your fridge.
Another innovative idea is that in Cradle, organizations can exist without owning or leasing a physical space. This is achieved by maintaining general shared spaces within the building, which can be booked by different people for various different purposes. Auditorium to do presentations and conferences, small rooms for private and confidential meetings with clients. Discussions could be held with your colleagues in scheduled space. Even working and brainstorming on ideas could be possible in appropriately equipped spaces. These areas could be used for social gatherings or volunteer services as well.
Because we're putting a strong focus on families, the Cradle offers different facilities like the daycare center for your kids. For instance, if you're working on site, you can just drop your kids off in the morning, and whenever you have a break, you can just come back and check up on them whenever you feel like it, so they're not far, you're not worried about them. There's also a student facility for students, like young students in difficulties. It's working on a volunteer base, so people that has work experience in different fields, like I don't know, engineers or whatever. Students can ask for their help, you know, and then in these rooms that can be shared, they can come and meet up and get extra help in their free time. The Cradle will also partner with LA's Good Public School to relieve families from having to move locations. As the Cradle puts a strong emphasis on education. Not only education is important, but also health. Therefore, as well as the daycare center, we've implemented a healthcare center with both professionals and volunteers on site to give help to anybody that wants to, families or individuals.
The Cradle is here to not only serve as a showcase, but also to share the vision that we have. Key to this will be a visitor center. This visitor center will allow visitors to come and get a glimpse of how the lifestyle is here. They'll also be able to rent rooms for days or weeks to test drive this lifestyle that exists here. Furthermore, we want to plant the seeds for future generations of green consciousness by organizing children and educational camps which take place here in the Cradle.
So to sum up, clean tech companies implement their new ideas, their new technologies in the Cradle, which then gets reflected by the communities, the community lifestyle in particular, which then goes to inspire the rest of the city, if not the world. It is constantly evolving and is always improving, just like the Japanese Kaizen philosophy, which is constantly improving with the means of individuals' help.
We are creating an aspirational human lifestyle which is in complete symbiosis with the CleanTech LA corridor. This lifestyle will create a demand for the latest technologies and the most innovative business and service solutions which will come from the CleanTech LA industry zone. Thank you very much.